Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back for another video. First of all, I'd just like to say thank you for everybody that commented on my last video. You really kind of encouraged me and I'm going to push through, so thank you so much. If you're new here, my name is Aisha and I am a modest fashion content creator, but today's video isn't fashion related. So this is something that I've been making a list of since I've been in America. For those of you that don't know, I am from the UK, from England specifically, and moved to America. And yeah, so there's so many crazy wild things that I'm discovering, or that I have been discovering about America, that's so different to the UK. Like honestly, like before coming here I didn't really think there would be a huge difference because, you know, they both speak English, they're both the Western world. How different can it be? But boy oh boy, was there the biggest culture shock, because it's so different. Like there's so many things that are different. Even the way we speak and stuff like that is so different. There was literally one time my neighbor saw me and he was like, oh hey, you know, whatever. I posted an Instagram about this, but if you didn't see it, so basically he just kind of said hi, he's been polite, being nice and stuff, and it was the first time like we'd seen each other. And so I was like hi, and then I just switched into Yorkshire and I was like, you all right? And then you could just see he looked confused and he kind of smiled, and then we continued on our day. And yeah, so like little things like that. So I've been wanting to come and actually make this video and I just haven't for the longest time. And I thought, you know, I'll do it now because something that somebody asked for more of on my channel is, like, I guess if I was to summarize it, it's more like content, like you get to know me a bit more. So I'll incorporate that in the channel, and like if you want me to do a specific get to know me video and you ask me the questions, then leave your questions down below, and if I get enough questions then I'll do the video. But yeah, so like I said, ever since moving to America I have discovered some crazy things that, like, they're just so different to the UK. The title is a bit dramatic. It's not actually anything bad really. It's just things that are so different. So I'm gonna get straight into it. I've written them all down here. Like I said, I've been making a list of everything. I haven't been doing it as I go. I've been making a mental list and then I thought, let me actually write it down. So I've managed to remember 10 of the things, and I think that's probably like the majority. But yes, the first thing is when you go for brunch and you're ordering eggs or whatever. So in the UK obviously you have it like you want it runny, right? If you're having sunny side up type of egg, and it's like, I'll say I want my egg runny and they know what I mean. But here it's like so complicated. It's like, do you want it over easy, do you want it over medium, do you want it, I'm like, what are all these things? So that was a learning curve. The next thing, oh my god, this one really confused me. So imagine this, right? And if you have had the same experience, say from the UK, and you kind of experience any of these things, comment below. Or if you live anywhere else other than the UK but you also find these things a bit weird, comment below. Okay, so this next one, like I said, it really confused me. I've grown up my whole life knowing that a red light when you're driving means stop, right? You do not go on red lights. So why is it that here if the light is red but you're turning right, as long as it's clear you can turn? That really threw me off. Like that really threw me off, because I mean, you see red, you want to stop, right? It took me a while to get my head around it, but now I'm a pro. But yeah, it's really weird. A really weird one, like very strange. But yeah, like I said, I'm used to it now. Once you get used to it then it's okay, but when you first kind of drive here and you have to like obviously follow that rule, you do feel a bit like weird. You're like, oh my god. And then yeah, that's really strange. I found that really bizarre. And if there are any Americans here, comment anything that you think is weird that we don't do or don't have or do have in the UK that I'm talking about from this list. The next thing is, I've noticed that clothes are so expensive, like, but not everything. Let me not say everything. Zara and H&M, but I kind of figured out that it's most likely because they are imported from Europe. So I guess it makes it more expensive. But it's so painful because they're like two of my favorite shops. Like I'll see something which on the UK site will be like, I don't know, $29.99, and then here it's like $70, and I'm just like, what? Madness. But like I said, not everything's more expensive. I've noticed actually there's a Paula's Choice retinol that I want to get. well, I've got the little one, but I would get the big bottle. So I was just comparing to see how much it is in the UK. And in the UK, for the same size, it's £58.99, so £59. But then in the US, it works out, yeah, still works out less than UK. So some things are cheaper here. But yeah, Zara and H&M, my two favorite stores, are so expensive. So expensive. Oh, this one's an interesting one. So here, and like if there are any Americans here, because obviously there are different states who do things differently, I'm aware of that, so comment below if this is something that's universal or just in Texas. But the doors don't have like holes for your mail to go through, for like the postman to put your mail through the door, and instead you have to walk to the mailbox, which literally is like a 50-second walk around the corner from my house. So it's not like it's far or anything, but it's just weird. I found that really weird. Do you know what I mean? When like you're used to having the mail like come, like the mailman drop the, when you're used to having the, you know, postman post your letters through the door and you have it there, but now you have to literally go out of the house, and it's just like, oh my god. And then tied to that as well is when you order parcels. So back in the UK, if you have a parcel, the postman will knock on the door and he'll hand it over to you. And if you're not at home, then they take it to the mailing place and then you have to go pick it up or rearrange delivery or whatever. Until COVID, at which point they started leaving things on the doorstep. So that leaving things on the doorstep here is what they do here in America. And again, I don't know if it's universal, so any Americans here, feel free to like correct me, let me know if some things are like state specific. So I'm in Texas, by the way, just so you know. But yeah, here they literally just leave your parcels on the doorstep, and the only parcels that go to the mail box around the corner is any USPS ones, which is like the equivalent of Royal Mail in the UK. But everything else, they drop it on the doorstep, which I actually like because I don't need to interact with you. Do you know what I mean? Like, just give me my parcel. That makes me sound so antisocial. But yeah, literally like drop it and then I take it. So that's quite nice because you can never really miss a parcel. There are like some like DHL parcels that I've had where it's signed for, and unless you tell them that you're happy for them to leave it on the doorstep, they'll not leave it on the doorstep and they'll take it back if you're not home. But yes, that's quite nice. I quite enjoy that, the leaving things on the doorstep one. The next one is this one I'm sure everybody knows, but the food portions are humongous. Oh my god, so big. Like pretty much every single time that I've gone to eat somewhere, specifically like brunch spots and things like that, the portions are huge. Like you order like eggs and I don't know, eggs, bread, whatever, and then it comes with a portion of like the biggest pancakes, or it's just a lot. It's crazy. Like the other day, me and my husband went to this brunch spot. We found a halal brunch spot, which we were so excited about, and I ordered a skillet, which is really nice. It's basically eggs with like potatoes, cheese, vegetables. Really nice, quite balanced, but tasty. But this one was halal, so it had like meat in it as well. Anyway, that was what I ordered, and then luckily my husband was gonna order that, but then he didn't, which is a good thing, because when it came, I'll insert the picture. I think I've got a picture of it. I don't know if you'll be able to tell just how big it is from the picture, but it's literally so, it was literally like so big. And I was like, this is enough for 3 people. Like there was no way I could have eaten that by myself. So the portions are huge. So you really need to be careful when you're here, because it is so easy to put on weight. Guys, like literally, I put on so much weight in such a short space of time. But now I'm like, snap out of it. Like you've had your like, you know, relax, chill, get used to being here. Now like I'm working out every other day, and oh my god, my skin and my body is thanking me for it, because yeah, it's actually dangerous. If you just like come here and go about eating anything you want all day every day, you'll regret it. The next one, oh my god, and this is definitely Texas specific, Dallas specific. I know that the climate is so different all over America, but here, oh my god guys, it is so hot. Like it is seriously hot. So I remember years ago, my family and I, we went to Florida on a family holiday, and we always remember just how hot it was over there. Like literally, we always describe it as when you open the door, when you're coming out of like your hotel room or whatever, or you're coming out of the hotel, like the way the heat just hits you feels like you've stepped into an oven. I checked and I've seen that the temperature in Texas, or let me say in Dallas specifically, is hotter than in Florida. Yeah, it's really, really hot. Like literally, like the good thing is there's air conditioning, there's ceiling fans and everything everywhere you go. So like as long as you're indoor in a car or in a building, you're fine. But literally, like just stepping from my house to the car, before you like turn the car on and everything and get the aircon running, like on the days where it's been super hot, like I literally just start sweating, and it's like I'm just sat here doing nothing. And then it doesn't help that we've got leather seats in the cars as well, so that makes you feel like, oh, and then you touch the wheel and you feel like you're gonna burn your hands. It's crazy. I'm probably exaggerating slightly, but no, it is really, really hot. It's been around, just so you get an idea, around 41 degrees Celsius all this week. And in Fahrenheit, I don't know Fahrenheit, but I think that it's around 103 Fahrenheit. So yeah, super, super hot. It's really weird because I always say like I'm only used to this kind of heat when I come on holiday, when I go on holiday. I'm not used to living in it. Like now I'm like, I feel like I'm living in a holiday. But yeah, like the good thing is, like I said, in the house it's cool. The next one is that, guys, the hash browns here are not hash browns. Okay, so basically the first time I went for brunch here and I asked for something with hash browns, and then they bring my plate out and I'm looking at it thinking, where are the hash browns? Their hash browns here are basically grated potatoes. Yeah, grated potatoes, and then they like obviously like mash it together and fry it, and it is nice. I'm not saying it's not nice, it's actually very nice, but it's not hash browns. And like the English hash browns I think are the best. Of course I would say that, but no, it actually really is. Even my husband loves like English hash browns as well. So the next one is another food related one, and it is that they do not have Yorkshire puddings here. Like, what? Yorkshire puddings are like the best thing in the world. And okay, I know like Yorkshire puddings are very specific to Yorkshire, although obviously in the UK you can get it anywhere, but so I can't expect them to know what it is and have them here. But honestly, like I feel like if Americans tried Yorkshire puddings, they would absolutely fall in love with it. And I know everyone's gonna say it's super easy to make, and I know that, and I just need to actually try doing it. I actually have a friend here also called Aisha, who's also from the UK but lives here, and literally when they came to our house, when her and her husband came to our house and their kids, I was telling her how I couldn't believe that you couldn't get Yorkshire puddings in America, and she was like, oh my god, I know, she had the same thing as well. So she had to learn to make it, and her American husband absolutely loves them. So we went to their house for Eid, and she made, because she knew that I absolutely like missed them and loved them, so she made a load of Yorkshire puddings. I was so happy, and they tasted so good. So she sent me the recipe, so I actually just need to try doing it. I want to make a Yorkshire roast, and I want my husband to try it as well because I know he'll love it. Like literally, Yorkshire roasts are the best thing ever. Like any Americans watching here, you guys need to try a Yorkshire roast, like a Sunday roast. Oh, it's the best thing ever. But I would be curious actually to know, so any Americans here, let me know, do you guys have like an alternative Sunday dinner? Like what's your Sunday dinner if you have that? Something else that's so weird is the light switches are back to front. So like in the UK, we'll like push it down to turn it on, and then up to turn it off, right? Yeah, and then here it's the opposite way around. So like up is on and then down is off. That was so confusing, and it still confuses me 6 months in. And then also the sockets, the wall sockets. So in the UK, like you can turn it on and off, but here there's no on and off thing. So I'm like, does that mean that it's like constantly on, and does that mean that it consumes more electricity? I don't know, but yeah. Oh my god, and also now I'm just remembering things that weren't on my list, but something else that was really weird is that the toilet water is super high, and I don't know why. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it, but yeah, so I was like, oh, I wonder why that is. Like, there's just so many things that are different, and I just wonder why. But yeah, I'll stop now. And like I said again, this isn't me complaining or like whatever, this is just a bit of a light-hearted video just to let you know all the different things that I've noticed since being here. So yeah, hopefully you found that interesting. So if you've never been to America and you're planning to visit, then at least you'll know, because Ice Cream had your back. She gave you the heads up. And if there are any people from the UK or anywhere else in the world, let me know if there are anything that you noticed while you have been here, or maybe you live here as well, like what things that you've noticed that are different to where you're from as well. But yeah, so that is the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, it's just light-hearted, but yeah, these are just some of the little like culture things that I've noticed along the way, and like different ways of doing stuff. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want more of this kind of get to know me, like more personal videos, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be more than happy to do them. And I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.